So we have the new Bardock and we have all this info, so leader skill, passive and everything. I want to try something new. So I want to try basically a pros and cons of the unit. Basically I will read what they do, so leader skill, passive, super attack, if they have an active skill, of maybe every DokkanFestival from now on, every Summonable LR, Carnival LR, you get it. So this is the new Bardock, which released I think the 31st, and his leader skill is Goku's family or solid figures, category 3 key and 170 across the board, and then the 30% is from pure Saiyans. So we have basically all the Gokus around the 200%, all the Team Bardock unit, and that's basically it. Because the problem is solid figures is very small, and you have units like Demon King Piccolo, Bojack, Kid Buu, which are not really synergizing really well with Goku's family. So basically the team is a Saiyan centric team. It's very good because Goku's family is always getting buffs, and so you have basically an immortal team. This category will always be good. His passive skill is resistance towards a ruined feature, and I try to separate them in like a paragraph so it's more easy to read. So we have an intro animation which starts when, if there is a character whose name includes Goku, and obviously Goku Jr., Captain Ginyu, or basically Goku Youth from the Dragon Ball Saga are excluded, or an enemy whose name includes Frieza, excluding Frieza soldiers, which is basically never, he will get 70% attack, he became a Rainbow Orb Changer, and he gets a Scouter for 5 turns from the start of battle. That starts with the intro, so if you have Bardock in slot 7, that will start on turn 3 and will last until turn 8. Then he gets his start of turn buff, Ki +2 and 150% attack and defense. Then he gets 40% attack and defense up to 120 with each super attack performed, and that's a problem. That's a problem because he doesn't have built-in additional. So basically you have to rely on the hidden potential. But the problem is Bardock is tech, so you can only give him a skill orb and then you have to rely on dupes basically. And then the part which I think it's the biggest problem of the unit. So he gets super effective against all types with 1 Rainbow Key Sphere, that's very good. Then he gets 50% attack and defense with 2 Rainbow Key Spheres, again that's really good. And then the real problem. He have guaranteed crit with 3 or more Rainbow Key Sphere obtained. What's the problem? He have the, I would say, Gogeta problem. The tech Gogeta, the physical 3rd year Gogeta. Basically the problem of he gets super effective against all types and crits in the same line. That's a problem because while crit is better, and of course if you have to choose between crits and super effective, you get crit. It's a problem because it's not really that much of a difference. You are not winning fight because you're critting instead of being super effective. That's not very important. And that's pretty much it. His passive skill ends here. So after 5 turns, he gets only his start of turn attack and defense, the one from when he's buffed with each super attack, and the Rainbow Orbs. That's it. His super attack greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage. Then he have an active skill, which is the Final Spirit Cannon, basically the attack he did to First Form Frieza, which can be activated starting from the 3rd turn, so very early, that's good. If you have 3 or more Team Bardock category ally on the team, so you don't need them on rotation. And then, if you can't do that, you have a second condition, which is starting from the 5th turn, when HP is 50% or less. The condition is good, it's not really a big of a problem. The effect is ultimate damage and guaranteed crit for the rest of the turn, so like the 70 RLRs or Tech Goku and Gohan. His link set are Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Family Ties, Team Bardock, Saiyan Pride, Prepare for Battle and Fierce Battle. In category, you can read it here: Goku Family, Solid Figures, Pure Saiyans, Low Class Warrior, Team Bardock, All Out Struggle, Space Traveling Warriors, Connected Hope, Entrusted Will, and Bond of Parent and Child. Now, the unit in a vacuum is good. He's a really good unit. You can run him in Red Zone, you can run him in Extreme Super Battle Road, you can run him against Cell Max. He can work in every event. The problem is that you are not gaining anything special by bringing Bardock or bringing a different unit. Basically, after the first 5 turns, Bardock is all attack and defense. That's it. He doesn't do anything different. I like him for the first 5 turns. After that, not really. The biggest problem or the biggest change I will do is making his intro animation guaranteed. So remove the condition, which is not really important. It's not something like you remove the condition and then he's God. But I will say remove the condition because that's the only thing he does. His intro is literally the only ability that makes Bardock special. So remove the condition and make it last longer. I will say 8 turns is a bit better. After that, I will change the third buff he gets with Rainbow Orbs. So you can keep the super effective against all types. You can keep the stats, so the 50% attack and defense, but then something to help him out, something defensive. Because his offense, even with 2 Rainbow Orbs, his offense is fine. He's not weak offensively. He's not, I don't know, TEQ offensively. He's good. I will say something defensive, something like an additional with a 70% chance to be a super, or maybe a guaranteed additional super. And then you add something, because his passive is very short. You can look at like the SCR Goku and Gohan, which have like a paragraph of passive. It's immense. Bardock have a really short passive, so maybe add something different. I don't know. Maybe guard against an extreme class enemy, or maybe you can add even something like defense plus 70% when performing a super attack. Now I'm just throwing random ideas. So basically that's the unit, and I think it's very good. Before making the final like judgment and say like he's number 10, number 7, number 5, I don't like that before seeing the actual unit in game. So I will say he's very good. And now I finished to read the unit, I described what's my problem with the unit, and now I will get the pro and cons. So my pro is the leader skill and the active skill. Of course, the category, it's very nice that you have all of these teams. His link set is very good. You have Saiyan Lineage and Prepare for Battle, so you can link basically with every single Goku family unit. And his intro animation is one of the best in the game. For 5 turns, you have a really good unit. You have Scouter, Rainbow Orb changing, decent defense, and good offense. The cons are, of course, the buff with 3 Rainbow Orbs. That's really bad, because basically you are not getting nothing special between 1 Rainbow Orb and 3. The other cons is the fact that his passive is very short. He could have done something different, and I will say even the super attack effect, while it's good, he should have gained it more. Maybe a ceiling, which can help in Super Battle Road, which is the mode I think he can shine the most. And after that, maybe add something to help him out in something like helping the team, because I think Bardock is the leader of the team Bardock, of course. So I would like the unit to represent the character. Bardock is the leader of the team Bardock, so Bardock, I would like if he can get like the leader of the team, so maybe support or maybe healing. He can heal with like Rainbow Orbs that he creates. He can heal, and then he can heal maybe when he does a finishing blow. I know it's not like the biggest and the most loved mechanic of the game, but a unit with like 9 10 million damage, which can heal when kill an enemy, is really good. Add that, healing with rainbow orbs. Add a bit of support for Team Bardock and Goku's family. Then you add a little bit of defense on super, maybe 40%. An ability against an extreme class enemies, maybe 18% damage reduction, or maybe again guard. I think it's too much, so 18% damage reduction will be better. Then you add a seal on his super attack, and I think you have a really good unit. Obviously 8 turns counter and rainbow orb changing instead of 5, or maybe even more. And then you have a really good unit. So let me know if you guys like it, if you maybe have some feedback, if you want something to change, or if you think it's fine. And I see you guys tomorrow with the assignments for Gemma 1 and 2.